We can start with quarterback, what you've seen out of the guys, and based on the reps that we've seen the last couple of weeks, it seems like Skylar is at least in front in your estimation right now.
He is a clear-cut number one, not even close. He's a different kid. He's operating well. I sure hope I'm not jinxing him right now, but is operating very well. Looks great. Kids, his teammates believe in him. The coaches believe in him. Doing well. All the other young kids are young kids. They're freshmen. They're going to keep getting better. How good they get, I don't know. We'll keep wrecking the heck out of them and watch and see how they progress.
You're surprised by how quickly he's gotten it then? I mean, it seemed like heading into spring you were saying somebody step up and take it. It sounds like he's stepped up and take it. Said the same thing last year, and he just wasn't ready to do it. So he's making plays. Just put it that way. He's making plays and people believe in him. So that's what you look for in a quarterback.
Where has he grown the most this spring that maybe he didn't have in his game when he played late last year?
Everything. His knowledge, his fundamentals are good. I mean, he's accurate. He's throwing the deep ball well. His communication is really good. His understanding of the offense is just continues to improve. He took a lot of reps last spring, and then all the reps he took once we redshirted William, all the reps that he got, and then the game experience towards the end of the year, it's paying off for him.
Seen improvements out of DeKeel moving to the outside?
Yeah, him and Shelton both have had a great week on the outside. Those guys are clear-cut number ones at receiver, at outside receivers. So, and again, all this stuff can change. I mean, if I'm saying where we're at right now, once we continue to practice and have a whole summer and a whole camp with new people, I mean, anything can change. But that's just where we're at right now.
How about Jordan on the inside? It seems like springtime is the time we talk about Jordan Thompson a lot, and haven't really talked about him yet.
Is a solid guy on the inside. Has made a bunch of plays this week. Him and Skylar are getting on the same page. Our defense is blitzing a lot. They got lots of adjustments that he understands the game. We started talking about Jordan last year during the season, if you remember right. And was happy with the way he performed on the inside last year. And Wendell looks good on the inside. You're not going to see Wendell; he's hurt, but. He performs well on the inside as well, and will be a difference maker not only in the backfield but at slot receiver too, which enabled us to be able to move DeKeel out there. But Jordan's is a good football player, and his understanding of what we're doing is hopefully going to carry over again into the fall and not just here this spring.
How are things progressing for left tackle spot?
Russell Houghton-James has played well this last week. Yadney's got a broken finger, so you won't see him much. I mean, what we're going through, I mean, you're going to see a lot of guys out there not playing. It ain't no different here than it is anywhere. There's been no serious injuries, no surgeries or any of that stuff that we need to talk about. But him not taking those reps have enabled Russell to get a lot of valuable reps. I don't know if Russell will crack the starting deep, but he can play all four positions. I wouldn't trust him at center, but he can play the rest of them. So he's continuing to get better.
Are you seeing those steps that you need to take in the offense? Are you seeing that?
Yeah. I mean, I think we got 12 guys or 13 guys that can play right now. So now it's about the continuity that needs to exist with them, and that's what I see with our offense. When our twos go out there and we're shuffling quarterbacks in and out, it doesn't look very good. With our ones, it's starting to look pretty good at times just because of the continuity that those guys are playing with.
With your comfort level moving a guy like Wendell Moore into the slot, it sounds like, does that also say something about how you feel about Shell in the backfield? It seems like you guys have a lot of confidence in him, what he's capable of.
Well, yeah, I mean, he started last year and got a lot of reps. He needs to take some things over. I haven't seen him take anything over yet, and he's been challenged. We'll see if he can take something over today. But, he looks good, and we got to continue to develop those young guys. You guys understand, I mean, there's a lot of talk last year about 5 backs, and a lot of those guys playing to be the same way this year. We got to have 4 or 5 guys that are able to play. That position takes a pounding. So when guys go down, we need other guys to step in there.
Smallwood?
Sorry?
Smallwood, what's wrong with him?
He's hurt. He's fine.
What about bringing your team to
the whole injury thing, guys? I will tell you if somebody's out. Right now we got nicks and bruises in spring. It's no different anywhere in the country. You're going to have 5, 8, 10 guys that are on the sidelines. Nothing has happened to where we're concerned about next year.
Dana, last year in June, you pretty much said Clint's my guy. Is there a point this year where you say that about Skylar?
Probably. I don't think I have to say it to our team. You know, I think they understand where we're at with it. And again, it's all about the development of the young guys. You know, is any of the young guys going to get enough reps and make enough plays to where they warrant a first-team rep? Right now, the answer to that is no. So Skyler's the guy.
For you guys defensively, with all the guys you have coming back, all the starters you have coming back, do you see this team relying more on the defense than in any other year since you've been here?
I would certainly be okay with that. I mean, if we're shutting people out, it takes a lot of pressure off of me to call perfect plays and stuff. So I like where we're at on defense. You know, we got guys banged up and all that, but when those guys got their guys out there, they look good. And the defensive staff's continuity with being on the same page is really good. As good a place as it's been since I've been here, without a doubt. So those guys are flying around. They know what to do, and they're making plays. We're developing depth on defense right now.
About bringing your guys out here to the Greenbrier?
Been great. Yeah, it's been great. You know, Mr. Justice has been gracious enough to be able to let us use this facility. It's a world-class resort, but it's a pretty dang good football facility as well. The thing that's so awesome is all that space out there. 2 full fields of practice. Boy, that's an ingenious idea. I didn't know how to set up our practice schedule. I didn't know where to put everybody because we're not used to this kind of space. The grass is great. The weather is great. The facility is great. Our guys were fired up about coming down here, you know, seeing this part of the country. They've heard so much about it. You know, they're aware that the Saints use this facility. I've been down here and saw it in action, but for them to come down here to see what it's really like has been really cool for them. We took them to dinner over at the Greenbrier last night, and they walked around and kind of saw the facility. So it's been good for them to be able to see that.
Where did they stay?
The Quality Inn. They stayed at the Quality Inn. We can't afford the Greenbrier. It's too expensive. You know what? But this is such a great weekend for West Virginia University with the Cancer Center down here raising a bunch of money. And you know, Coach Hugs has been here. I was with him, you know, last night and this morning, and you know, just the awareness and the amount of money. There's a lot of heavy hitters here. There's a lot of donors and boosters and administration and you know, the board is here, and it's been great for West Virginia University, and for us to be able to come here and just be a small part of it, I think has been great. But with that said, you know, the hotel's been sold out for quite some time, so we're just happy to get the Quality Inn. But again, our guys were great about coming down, getting off the bus, and getting a good practice in yesterday. You know, we fed them good last night, and then they woke up and they're ready to play today.
Did you guys get to stay here last night?
Well, yeah, we have
coaches.
Different coaches. A select few. All right. A select few stayed at the Greenbrier. Obviously, you know, it's a world-class resort, and we have a lot of things going on. And the players will get on the bus and go home, and several of the coaches, not all, but several will stay and continue to do some things with the people that we need to spend time with.
Is there any update on Kyle Rose's status?
You see him out there today. You know, he's paid his dues and has learned a valuable lesson.
What did you see out of Lambert this spring? What have you seen out of him?
Hopefully the ball continues to go through the goalpost. If the ball continues to go good through the goalpost, we're good.
A big change for him, though, a new holder. I mean, I've seen you guys.
You know, yeah, we've used a couple of different ones, and he's training Billy, but he's comfortable with Nick. Mm-hmm. You know, Nick and him have been here for a good while. You know, we relied on Mike Molinari last year, but Nick did a lot of that stuff as well, so he's very comfortable with Nick.
Dave, what about Cody Clay? Can you tell me about him?
Valuable, extremely valuable. You know, he's got a position coach for the first time in his career here. You know, he's went back and forth from me to Coach Sider to Coach Crook. You know, I mean, that position didn't have a guy. With Dan Gerberry as a graduate assistant who knows what he's doing, having that individual time with Cody, you've seen a bunch of improvements with little things that you can't really see. So his time's going to continue to increase. Darren Arndt has got to where he can be a functional backup for Cody as well.
Any of the young guys standing out, or is it still kind of?
No. Hopefully today.
You haven't heard anything on Bosch?
No.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.